Hey everyone, it's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and this is part number 10 of my hybrid set build of the NFL from 1970 to 73. Again, most of you have been watching, you know it's one card from each player that had a card issued between 70 and 73 that are represented, and this is number 10. Well, I've got a long ways to go, but I really enjoy this, and I know there's a handful of you guys, you leave comments and you watch, so I appreciate it, and I really do. And this is like a labor of love for me. It's this is not for everyone, but I really enjoy it. Most of these cards are from my childhood, not all of them, but most of them. And so let's get into it. Starting up here with Bill Brundage, Bill Brundage, and this is his rookie card. And his only other card was a 1974 Topps. Bill was drafted in 1970 by the Redskins with the 43rd pick. He played for the Skins for 8 years and started his rookie year, and he blocked a field goal in Super Bowl VII. Bill played in 107 games, starting 75, and he had 5 fumble recoveries during his career. Sam Brunelli, and this is his last card. Sam's rookie card is a 1970. He had cards between 71 and then the 72 card here. He was undrafted in 1966 and spent 6 seasons with the Broncos, playing in 60 games. He started 55 at left tackle and guard. In 1971, though, he due to injuries, he only played in 5 games. So Sam Brunelli with the Broncos, offensive lineman. This guy here, Ross Brubacher. His only card, his rookie card, only card. He was the 100th pick in the draft in 1970. And he played for the Bears from 70 to 72. And then he went to the World Football League, and then when they collapsed, he went to the CFL, and he came back in 1976. Ross played in 56 games for the Bears, starting 40. And he finished with 4 interceptions and 7 fumble recoveries, and number 31 as a linebacker. Unusual number for a linebacker in those days, but I've never heard of him before. But this guy here, Bobby Bryant with the Vikings, I've heard of him. This is his rookie card, as a matter of fact. And Bobby is in the Vikings Ring of Honor. And he had cards issued between 74 then and 79. He was a 2-sport star at South Carolina. And he was named the Athletic Coast Conference, the ACC Athlete of the Year in 1967. He was so good at baseball that he was drafted by the Red Sox and the Yankees in 66 and 67. But after being drafted by the Vikings, he chose football as his career path, and it was a good decision for him, as he was the 167th pick. It didn't start off well, though, because he suffered a knee injury in the preseason. He missed the whole 67 season. But then in 1968, much to my lament as a Packer fan, Paul Krause came to the Vikings. Bobby Bryant and Paul Krause teamed up for 12 years as defensive backs. And Bobby was a 1969 NFL champion. He was a 2-time Pro Bowler, a 1-time All-Pro selection. He finished with 51 interceptions and 14 fumble recoveries for 4 touchdowns. Plus, he was a kick returner, returning 91 kicks and punts during his career. He suited up in 161 games, started 121. And I'm telling you, Bobby Bryant was a heck of a player. Him and Paul Krause as defensive backs, I mean, they were tough. And Bryant, went on to play in 4 Super Bowls for the Vikings. And he was just a solid football player for Minnesota. And this guy over here, Buck Buchanan, I remember my dad used to say, "Big Bad Buck Buchanan." I mean, Buck was a big player, and he was tough. He is an NFL Hall of Famer, 1990 inductee, and he deserves it. His rookie cards in 1964. He had cards issued in 65, 67 through 75. He was the first overall pick by the Chiefs in 63. In college, Buck was a teammate of New York great and NBA Hall of Famer Willis Reed. So Buck Buchanan and Willis Reed as your college front court, pretty tough. He was the first black person to be taken number 1 overall in the NFL or AFL draft. and he was a defensive end his rookie year, but then he moved to defensive tackle, and he played in 182 games as a tackle, 166 in a row, and he only missed one game in 13 years. You want to talk about durability. Wow. He played in Super Bowl I, and he sacked Bart Starr. He was the first person to get a sack in the Super Bowl history. And then he played in Super Bowl IV, a win for the Chiefs over the Vikings. And what's pretty amazing, that Super Bowl IV team for the Chiefs, there are 6 Chief defenders that are in the Hall of Fame. You want to talk about a solid defensive team. 6 of their players from that team are in the Hall of Fame. Buck is ranked as the number 67 as the best football player ever, number 67. John Madden, coach of the Raiders, and they had a lot of battles, the Raiders and the Chiefs, but Madden said that, Bucky revolutionized the game. He was like the first really big man that could move at 6'7", 270 pounds, and in the 60s, that was considered a really, really big guy in the NFL. He ran a 4.9 40. And Hall of Famer Gene Upshaw of the Raiders said blocking Buck was like trying to play a ghost. He was so quick. At the snap of the ball, he was off, and away he went. And his number 86 is retired by the Chiefs. Again, inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1990. He played in 182 games, starting 172, and Buck died of lung cancer in 1992, only 2 years after his induction. But Buck Buchanan, I can tell you, he was one heck of a player. I remember him towards the end of his career, and he was just a devastating defensive tackle. Just a solid player. This guy over here, Ed Budde, and he's in the Chiefs Hall of Fame. His rookie card is a 1964, and he'd have cards issued from 64 to 66, 1970, and then 73 to 75. He was the 8th pick in the 63 draft by the Chiefs. He played left guard for 14 years. Played in 177 games, started 161. And he played in one game in 1975 and then 11 in 1976. Didn't start due to injuries. He was a 7-time All-Star in the AFL and the AFC. He won 2 AFL championships, losing Super Bowl I with the Chiefs against the great Green Bay Packers, and he won Super Bowl IV against the Minnesota Vikings. He retired in 1976, and again, as I said, Chiefs Hall of Fame. His son, Brad Budde, the son of Ed, he was a heck of a football player. He was drafted by the Chiefs in the first round. And it's interesting, they are the only father-son team to be drafted in the first round by the same team. Ed Budde and his son, Brad. And I think they both came out of USC, if I remember right. A couple of really solid players. Ed Budde, good player. I love that card. Don't like the team much, but I love that card. Just the colors are just like so perfect with that bright green field back there. Doug Buffone. I mean, you want to talk about a good football player. This is his rookie card. His rookie card is a 1970, and his cards issued from 70 through 76. He was a 60th pick by the Bears in 1966. He played in 15 years for the Bears. He's the all-time leader in games played for the Bears. He had over 1,200 tackles, topping 100 tackles in a season 7 different times. He was captain for 8 seasons. He had 24 interceptions. And the first 2 were against Hall of Fame quarterbacks, the great Bart Starr and Johnny Unitas. Doug played 186 games, starting 156. He was the last active Bear to have played for George Halas. And Doug Buffone was very involved in the Chicago sports on TV and radio. He died in April of 2015. But Doug Buffone, great player, and I just love that card. That's solid. The 72 sideways cards. Norm Bulach. That's his rookie card. He had cards issued between 73 and 78. He was drafted out of Texas Christian University in 1970 by the Colts with the 18th pick. He played with the Colts until 72, then the Eagles 73 through 74, the Dolphins 75 through 79. That's where I kind of remember him. He was a Super Bowl V winner with the Colts. He was named a Pro Bowler after the 1971 season. He suffered a very serious concussion in that first game of the 1974 season. I read about that, and it was quite interesting. In 1979, He suffered facial injuries in a collision and was unconscious for 5 minutes on the field. He had surgery for 3 hours, and then he retired after that. Norm suited up in 120 games, starting 66. Finished with 5,128 yards and 41 touchdowns. Norm Bulach. And he ran like a guy with the name Bulach. He was a tough customer. This guy here, I love that card. Nick Buoniconti, Hall of Famer 2001. Rookie cards in 1963 Fleer. He had cards every year up until 1976. He was drafted in 1962 out of Notre Dame by the Patriots. He was Rookie of the Year, and in 63 he led the Patriots to the AFL Division title. Nick was a 5-time AFL All-Star. He got traded to the Dolphins in 69, and during this time he played in 3 Super Bowls. Nick was played in 183 games, starting 174. He missed the entire 1975 season. He died in July of 2019, but Nick Buoniconti, boy, he was a heck of a player. I remember him with the Dolphins during their great years, their Super Bowl years, and he was a solid defensive player. All right, guys, so we got Nick Buoniconti, a Hall of Famer, Buck Buchanan, a Hall of Famer, and some really good players on this page. And again, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I just really enjoy looking at these cards and sharing the stories behind the cardboard with these guys. And thanks for watching. I do appreciate your comments, and just let me know what you think out there. All right, guys, enjoy this hobby. Keep on collecting, and we will talk soon.